everyone. Today we are going through our formal line design, and I'm using my square piece of paper, my pencil, and my ruler. I also do have my sharpener here and my eraser. And this is option number 2, using the ends of lines. So to begin, I'm going to use my ruler to connect corner to corner. Your ruler might not be long enough, so you might want to get a longer one or make your paper a little smaller. Just be sure that it is a perfect square. Line up the ruler to each corner, hold it down very tight, and push against your ruler with your pencil to make a light but straight line going from corner to corner. Same thing on the other side. Line up the ruler on the bottom and the top. Once you have it perfect, you hold the ruler down very securely and you push against the ruler. Use the ruler to help you make that straight line. I'm then going to create a cross with a vertical and a horizontal line. You could do that in 2 ways. You could do that by folding your paper. So if you want to fold your paper, I always start in the bottom and I fold up, and I use 2 hands, and I always fold against a surface. And I hold it with one hand, press down to the middle with the other, and over to the right, over to the left. I unfold it, turn it, and I do the same thing because all sides must be equal. So bottom up to the top, 2 hands, hold it, press down to the middle, out to one side, out to the other, and then open it up. So now I've created a cross, vertical, horizontal, and an X. If you would like to use the ruler, you can do some math and measure your paper. Mine's 8.5 inches, so the middle point, 8.5 divided by 2 is 4.25. And you make a mark at the top, and you make a mark at the bottom. And then you use your ruler to connect those 2 dots. Hold it in place. Push against the ruler, make a nice straight line. I've been doing a lot of these. I've been practicing. You don't get it right the first time? Congratulations. That's how we learn. This is what artists do. We repeat over and over and over again. The more you do it, the better you'll get with anything in life. There you go. Now you can see my X and my vertical and horizontal lines that form my cross. Now with this formal line design, option 2, we're going to connect the ends of a line to the end of any other line. Here's an idea. I'm going to start in the upper right-hand corner, and I'm going to connect to the bottom. It's hard to see, but I'm right here, the bottom of my vertical line. So I'm starting in the upper right-hand corner. You might want to follow along with me or just watch. And I'm going to connect it to the bottom of my cross, the end of one line to the end of another. But here's the thing. All sides must be equal. So I need to do that again. The easiest way for me is to rotate. So I'm always working in the same corner, upper right-hand corner to the bottom center. Line it up and draw your line. Rotate. If I think too much about it and if I look at it, I am going to get goofed up. So I always do all 4 the same exact way by rotating my paper. And then I stop and I look at it. So all 4 and stop and look at it. That's kind of crazy. I'm thinking a lot about balance and symmetry in art. So I would like to do the same thing, but on the opposite side. So I'm going to look in the upper left-hand corner and connect to the center. So now I'm doing it on the opposite side. Upper left-hand corner, connecting to the lower center line. There are many ways to create balance in art, and symmetry is one of them. Going to rotate my paper, upper left-hand corner to bottom center. So I'm always rotating my paper, keeping it the same. I try not to look at my artwork too much during this process. And I'm almost working like a little robot, just telling myself upper left to bottom center. You can even write it down if you want. And then once I've done it 4 times, then I stop, take a deep breath, and I check. Are all my sides equal? Let's see. Visually, yes, they look equal. Now, as you start to get more used to it, you can make decisions. you're going to continue to do this. You could also, if you want at this point, not just use the ends of the lines at the edge of the paper, but you could also use intersections. What do I mean by intersections? Intersections are places where your lines cross one another in the center of the paper. So you can either continue to do end of line to end of line, or you can do end of line to an intersection, and it doesn't have to go all the way through your paper. So for example, I have some intersections here. You could do a short line from this intersection to this intersection. Doing it on the right-hand side. Boop. And I'm just going to keep turning my paper. Oh, cool. That's actually going to make like a little square inside. As long as you do it 4 times and you create a mirror image, at this point you can connect any ends of lines or any intersections that you want. So now I'm just going to keep looking. Where else do I feel like I need something? Maybe I'm going to connect end to end here and rotate around. So now it's your choice as an artist. You can make decisions as long as you're doing it either 4 or 8 times, rotating your paper to create a mirror image. You get to decide where are there empty spaces that maybe you want to fill. Maybe you want to fill in these spaces somehow. Maybe you want to add more details in the middle. Doesn't matter to me as long as all of your sides are equal. You can find any way to do that. And maybe some of you are visual and you'll have to put your ruler in different spaces and say, well, okay, what if I connected that to that? Maybe having a clear ruler doesn't help you. So maybe you'll get creative and you'll decide, okay, maybe I'll do pieces of paper to see where it goes. And when you start to get overwhelmed and you feel like, wow, that's a little bit complicated, I'm getting a little bit frustrated, I'm having a hard time, then if you want, you can stop, and that's probably where you will finish for today. So it's up to you as an artist what you want to do and where you want to stop. Some of you will have a brain that can just continue to go, 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 go with this, and that's absolutely fine. Some of you will feel very overwhelmed, and maybe you do a couple lines and intersections and then you stop, and that's okay too, because the next phase is color, and some people really, really, really love the color. All right. Have fun. Don't get too stressed out. Enjoy.